guys, Wrestling Fans Nation here, and I'm going to give you a video, a retro review of WWE Royal Rumble 2004. This was a good pay-per-view. This was the year that Triple H and Shawn Michaels had that epic last man standing match. It was epic, and this was the year that Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble, last 60 minutes in a Royal Rumble. I think longer than that, actually. If you guys can correct me, that would be great. So, what happened this pay-per-view? Well, Evolution regained their tag team champions in a tables match against the Dudley Boys. Cruiserweight Championship, Rey Mysterio versus Jamie Noble. Rey Mysterio was Cruiserweight Championship at this time, and he retained. Why did they retire the Cruiserweight Championship again? That's just weird to me. WWE logic. But yeah, Rey Mysterio retains the Cruiserweight Championship against Jamie Noble. And I think that was Melina, and I think she was called a different name, but I think that was Melina. And he was partnered up with her, but yeah, Rey Mysterio retains. Then we had the legend himself, Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, man, versus Chavo Guerrero, and Chavo Guerrero Sr. was at Chavo's side. Man, those matches make me miss Eddie. Those legendary matches make me miss Eddie. Eddie won, and then he kind of snapped, beat the shit out of Chavo Guerrero, so that was the thing. So yeah, Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, man. Then we have Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly. Brock Lesnar wins against Hardcore Holly. This was also the year of the Rumble where they were setting up the Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg match. So that was the thing. And we'll get to that. Then we had Triple H versus Shawn Michaels and a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. My God, this match was a good match. This match was one of those matches that you had to be there live. I wish I was there live at that time, because this match was a bloodbath. This match was a legendary match. Makes me sad that we don't get to see Shawn Michaels in the ring anymore. It was just one of those matches where it was a good match, and the match resulted in Shawn Michaels hitting the Sweet Chin music. Both competitors did not get up before the 3 count, and it turned out to be a draw. But my God, man, this was a great match, and I give it up to both competitors. Bravo. Then we had the main event. Before this, Eric Bischoff come out and was gabbing about how Raw was a superior brand and how ECW, they should be cheering ECW because ECW was in Philadelphia. They was in, I think they said Philadelphia, and Paul Heyman used to run bingo halls with ECW, and then Paul Heyman come out and started arguing with him, and then Stone Cold come out and said which one started it, and he stunnered Eric Bischoff at first. Had a beer with Paul Heyman, and you don't take a beer from Paul Heyman. You don't take a beer from Stone Cold without getting stunnered. So Paul Heyman got stunnered for a cheap pop. So bravo. All right, the main event, the Royal Rumble. Let's see. We had no special guests in this match. We did have Brock Lesnar, and we did have Goldberg. I think my network drew me to that because, as you know, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg's going to be in this year's Rumble. But no. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg was in the match. Well, they wasn't in the match. Brock Lesnar was a champion at this time, so he wasn't in the match. But Brock Lesnar. Well, let me tell you who won. Crispin who won the Royal Rumble. I'm just going to talk about. I'm not going to say he was eliminated. There was speculation that Mick Foley was going to be there at the beginning of the night. Like, oh, they got a ringside seat. Mick Foley, and JR said if he's not there, he's going to call him a coward. And of course, we all know. Well, I don't know if they knew at the time, but we kind of figured that, Mick Foley was going to be there. Because they showed him in a promo, for God's sakes. He was there, and it was towards the end. Randy Orton was the second entry. I think he knocked out Test to be in the Rumble, and Mick Foley come out in Test's spot and beat the holy hell out of Randy Orton, eliminated him and himself, and then chair shots, and then Randy Orton was escaping backstage. He pulled out the sock, and I think he put on Nunzio from FBI. So, but no, seriously, that's what happened in the match. And like I said, Brock Lesnar attacked Goldberg, which caused Goldberg to get eliminated by, I think, Booker T or Chris Jericho. No, I think it was Chris Jericho. Somebody. I mean, but yeah, this Rumble was a good Rumble. Now, here's my thoughts. Yeah, I might get a lot of hate for saying this, but I think Chris Benoit should be in a Hall of Fame. People, the news outlets and everything else is focusing on Chris Benoit, the character that killed his family, that did that, and everything else. And to be honest, you should be focusing on the wrestler. I mean, if China can get in the Hall of Fame, I think Chris Benoit can. I mean, if she does go in the Hall of Fame, the guy was not in a right mind. He had the mindset of a 60-year-old with Alzheimer's. And, he don't have the mindset. So, I think he should be inducted in the Hall of Fame at some point. I am not going to say it this year, but, I know people don't want to... I know what WWE don't want to Google his name and to have kids Google his name and find him that he killed his wife and family member. That ain't gonna be good for WWE public, and I understand that, but for all the right reasons, if China gets in there, they're just gonna search her name and found out that she's done porn and shit. So why would it matter now? I mean, it's been what, since 2006? Since 2006, he killed himself and murdered his family. Yeah, I don't fault him there. It was stupid. He shouldn't have done it. But you're focusing on the person. You're not focusing on the wrestler. If the wrestler Chris Benoit got in the Hall of Fame, and they just forgot all the shit that he did. And the weird thing is, and my friend brought this up, like, we don't even know if it was Chris that did it. It could have been somebody else, but that's just me. I don't, fault him from killing his family. He was not in the right mindset. But at the same time, they're focusing on the person, not the wrestler. I think the wrestler, Chris Benoit, is more deserving in the Hall of Fame than everybody else is. I mean, hell, But I don't know, guys. Just, give me your thoughts and opinions. And have you seen the 2004 Royal Rumble? If you have, comment down below. Like this video and subscribe if you have not. As always, Suplex City Bitch, and I will see you tomorrow for another Royal Rumble review.